From breeding to the brisket and burgers you enjoy, Cattlemen's Classic brings the beef industry together. Ahead on Grow, more on the big event. Plus, water users discuss how to spend state dollars. And we celebrate FFA Week. Just how big are record numbers? Find out straight ahead on Grow. Thanks for joining us here this week at Cattlemen's Classic, one of the premier shows and sales. Later, we'll see how the event becomes a classroom and talk issues with cattlemen. But first, to the week's top egg news. A Republican river deal brings certainty to Nebraska as the governors of Nebraska and Colorado announce a deal. Nebraska and Kansas have battled over the years. Now a third state has come to an agreement with the Cornhusker state, likely keeping Colorado and Nebraska out of court. The deal bans Nebraska from bringing legal action against Colorado over the compact forever. We've got much more on the story on our website, nebraska.tv. At Nebraska Farm Bureau's Steve Nelson reacting, in his words, saying the deal is, quote, a win for Nebraska farmers in the Republican River Basin. The settlement brings much needed stability for farmers looking for certainty surrounding future water use in the basin. Nebraska farmers say they take sustainability seriously and this week discuss water funding. NTV's Sydney Edwards reports.
A few items on the agenda included the Soil and Water Conservation Program, the Small Watersheds Flood Control Fund, and the Water Sustainability Fund.
The main topic of today's meeting was the Water Sustainability Fund. This fund was established 4 years ago in efforts to preserve Nebraska's water quantity and quality through presented projects.
Probably the biggest application, especially in this region, City of Hastings is doing a major project on their municipal water supply. They've got an issue with nitrates and also uranium getting into the city water system.
That project is known as the Aquifer Storage and Restoration Project. Beatty says the Water Sustainability Fund will be making some small changes on account of the public.
After going through a couple of funding cycles, we realized that there were some tweaks we needed to do to the rules. Some things we thought we understood and the applicants didn't understand. They read it differently.
Beatty says in the last year, the Rules Committee has gone through and recommended changes to make it flow better for everyone.
The next round of project applications will be this June, and to submit a project plan, contact the State Department of Natural Resources.
The state's largest farm group endorses Congressman Adrian Smith. People piled into the John Deere dealership in GI to congratulate the congressman on his Farm Bureau endorsement. Some asked about trade and changes in the Farm Bill. Farm Bureau says Smith is one who works for the people, and they're happy to give him their endorsement.
Well, it's great, and it's a reflection of their members that are all across Nebraska, all across the 3rd District. I talked to many of them directly, and so I'm grateful and humbled by this. And I know that it's, like I said, it's a thoughtful process, and I'm very grateful.
Smith faces a couple of challengers in the May primary. Farm Bureau also endorsing Senator Deb Fischer. I had a chance to catch up with her this week where we talked about the Farm Bill.
Well, crop insurance is my main priority, to protect that. That's what I hear all across the state from stakeholders, ag producers. And so that's going to be a #1 priority. But I'm excited to get started on it, and hopefully we will have that written pretty soon. And be able to get floor time to get it passed. I'm looking at putting in maybe some changes that we've already passed on the Environment and Public Works Committee that I serve on as well, dealing with regulations like the on-farm fuel storage and dealing with pesticides, things like that.
Cattlemen's Classic fosters our youth's interest in the beef industry. NTV's Jessica Stevenson reports.
The Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic is a great opportunity for youth in the ag industry, but organizers here say youth are equally important to the Classic.
So a big thing today is getting our younger generation involved in agriculture, as they will be the future leaders.
According to the USDA, the average age of a farmer is 58 years old.
So it's more important now than ever to get them involved and know their importance, as well as teach them the techniques of producing cattle and what's truly important in our industry.
And 12-year-old Cash from South Dakota is already learning a lot.
I've learned that The facilities are great, and lots of responsibility, because if she's not combed or stuff like that or dry, then it's hard to fit and stuff. And with her hair is awesome, so she's easier to fit.
This year I brought a bred heifer, Angus, and I captured the champion Angus overall heifer. And just coming here as youth, it's just big, so you can kind of make connections with all the other consigners and just kind of show off your projects throughout the year.
And these youth are needed for more than just the next generation of farming. They're also needed here at the Classic.
There's also some volunteer opportunities that the Classic is always happy to get youth to help them or come do an internship as well. And social media has become a big thing, so that's something youth can also hop onto of just promoting the Classic and promoting agriculture.
Later, we see how FFA students get a glimpse of careers in agriculture here at Cattlemen's Classic. Up next, some local folks get an international view of agriculture.